Welcome to Growing Together, the podcast where ambition meets authenticity.
Join us, Charlotte and Billy, two best friends with 20 years of history, as we navigate motherhood, business, and everything in between.
From the daily chaos to balancing work and family to the challenges and milestones that shape our lives, we're here to share it all, unfiltered and straight from the heart.
So grab a cuppa, get comfortable, and get ready for real conversations, relatable stories, and a whole lot of laughter.
Because life's not about having it all figured out. It's about growing together. Let's dive in. Welcome back. Before we start, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's subscribing, liking, commenting. We're feeling the love, aren't we? It's great.
Thank you.
So yeah, excited to keep it going. So what have we been up to?
A lot. You've been away together.
We have. We've actually done lots lately together.
We have. We've been to Leeds.
To Leeds, yeah. We went back to Leeds for one of our friends' wedding.
Yay! Congratulations.
So, and second wedding really, because we did another wedding together in September for another friend of ours. So it has been the seasons of weddings lately. And I went to one in August. So
Yeah, we have.
And I actually missed out one in May because I was about 3 weeks away from giving birth. So that would have been 4 weddings that I would have had to go to. But no, we went to our friends in Leeds. So it was a bit cold. I was all prepped with my duvet coat.
Bloody freezing.
But no, it was lovely. And it was really nice because it was very untraditional.
Yeah.
She did it in a, her own way, what she wanted.
Well, actually, she didn't want to send any of us there originally.
Yeah. Originally, it was just going to be them. Then it was just really close friends and family. So it's been quite nice to, obviously, because you'll be planning yours for next year. So
another experience.
Yeah.
You
everyone does it differently. Yeah. And I think what's nice now is that everyone really is kind of thinking, what is good for me? What do I want? Rather than kind of just going down the traditional route. So yeah, it's nice that there's been quite unique experiences.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, even you've said if you were one of the first to get married. Yeah, you were. Yeah. So
Out of us.
yeah. Out of us. Yeah. You've said a few times over the times how you probably change things or not do something or do something.
Yeah.
It's always
Definitely. There's so was it 8 years I've been married now? I think 8 years.
You're asking me. Yeah, Lexi's 8.
Yeah, exactly. It's very easy because you had a 3-week-old at my wedding. So
my dress was custom made, wasn't it? Had me able to breastfeed.
Yeah, so that's very easy actually. So yeah, however old Lexi is how long we've been married. So yeah, 8 years. And I loved my wedding. I really, really did. The kind of venue, the location. It just the minute I visited it, it just gave me real nice, just happy, chill vibe.
Yeah. From that bit to that bit to that bit.
Yeah,
where I'm at with.
Yeah, because the venue that we had was really cool because we had the ceremony on the beach. Then we went upstairs to kind of like the room where we had our sit down meal, which had glass view all out over the beach and the Marminor. And then we went down and they had like a separate room for like the disco, so it was nice and small and had a bar and everything. So yeah, I wouldn't change my wedding, but I would change certain things around my wedding for sure. And even leading up to it, like some bits of like the hen do and stuff like that. So yeah, the main things I probably would change about my wedding is guests. So I've definitely given everyone that's got married after me this advice.
Yeah. What, like over inviting people?
Over inviting people, yeah. People that should not have been invited. I think in the end, if I actually tally up everyone who I invited, it was probably over 100. We had about 80-ish, I think, guests in the end.
Yeah.
Way too many.
Yeah.
Way too many. It's hard because I think, I'm a proper people pleaser and I think I'm getting better at that as I get older. But obviously I was 26, I think, when we got married, or 25. I think I was turning 26. So yeah, back then I was definitely a people pleaser and the guest list just kept growing and growing. But, me and Liam have quite big families.
Yeah,
so
that's
by the
the
time
start.
you invite your families,
Exactly.
then our friendship grew. Then even some, friends of parents
Plus
and
ones
things.
as well. That
Plus ones.
you have to give plus ones.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, that's the other thing. It's like, I think these are things that you now question and you think about. And the more people I'm talking to about their weddings, they're like, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I just kind of went along with this is how weddings are.
Yeah.
And you just pick your style, but
Mhm.
then you still have all the things.
Yeah.
But yeah, guest list would definitely have probably been halved. I don't think we really needed more than 50 to 60 people,
Mhm.
to be honest. I think people just automatically assume that if they're friends with you and they know you, that they should come to the wedding. But weddings are really personal. I think it should only be your close, like friends and family. People that, if they told you, "Oh, I can't come, I can't make it," that you would be genuinely
Yeah.
gutted.
Yeah.
Not, "Oh, thank God, that's just saved me a person per head,"
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly
So
that.
I think, yeah, guest list I would definitely redo. Um, the sit down meal wasn't really something that we originally planned. It was just kind of what the venue offered. Um, in the end, I think it worked out okay, but yeah, we kind of thought maybe we would do more of maybe like a buffet thing, or I think it suited the venue. If we had a
Yeah.
different venue, that maybe we would have gone down the route of like um, you know, different trucks and things. But again,
They're
you
the
don't have the options much here, do you?
No, and they're the like you say, they're the things that you add up, that
Yeah.
end up adding up
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the end that
Well, yeah, because we had the sit
can
down meal. I mean, luckily the venue that we had, they've been doing weddings for a little bit, but not for a long, long
Mhm.
time, and they've won awards and everything since. So we actually had a really good price per head for the dinner,
Mhm.
and it was like a 3-course dinner, included beer and wine and drinks and stuff like that. So yeah, it actually was okay. But then we added on the evening buffet, then we added on a free bar, and again, genuinely because it was quite well priced.
Mhm.
Um,
Catering to everyone,
yeah,
more so
yeah.
in a way.
William doesn't even drink. So, yeah, paying for everyone to get drunk. But yeah, I think, like I say, the good thing is it was within our means. It was
Mhm.
obviously something we had to save up for,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like it put us out. I don't feel like it stressed us.
Yeah, there's
I
people
mean,
who put themselves into
yeah,
debt for
yeah,
years, don't they?
exactly.
Like, really, and if that's worth it, and that's
For
fine,
some
but
people, all they've ever dreamed of is their wedding.
yeah,
So obviously they're going to put a lot into it. For me,
sometimes it causes divorces.
yeah, exactly, it can do, the
Yeah.
pressure that it puts you under. I mean, we were really lucky that, both parents, contributed towards the wedding. That took, a massive edge off, and then we didn't go I don't think we went silly, like, there was loads of extra things we could have had that we didn't have. Um, I think Liam kind of reeled me in a little bit there. He's
Mhm.
quite
But do you know when you say about parents, there is people who I'm not married, so
Mhm.
I can say what I want really. But um, there is people who presume that parents should pay,
Yeah.
which I don't agree with.
No, I
I
don't.
really don't agree with. I think
No.
that
And especially not the bride side,
no,
like,
any presumption of
no.
anything. Do you know what I mean?
At the
So
end of the day, you're the one deciding to get married, so
yeah,
you should be the one that can afford it.
yeah, yeah.
If they're willing to help you out and gift you something,
Then that's
then that's a
lovely.
bonus,
Do you know what I
and that's
mean? But
amazing.
yeah, that
Yeah.
just sorry, I just wanted to put a
Yeah.
thing on that because I know a few um, occasions I've heard of
Yeah.
different things happening
Yeah.
with or just hearing a comment like, "Oh, yeah," and I'm like, "Hmm,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think, parents should have the assumption.
no, exactly,
I
yeah."
mean, I would love to help my kids out with their
I
wedding, and
would
I would plan
too,
to.
would want to if I could,
But at the same
obviously,
time,
but
that's it as well, like, especially the assumptions on parents when
yeah,
they are
yeah,
not in a
yeah.
position to help.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But no.
Or even if they are, but yeah, it's just
Yeah,
that. But yeah, just that assumption. But then
exactly.
that's the lot in general life assumption people make in these
Yeah.
things, isn't it?
Setting yourself up for
Yeah.
disappointment. But no, so yeah, apart from that really, I think even like the little things of like bridesmaids and stuff like that. I mean, Liam didn't have groomsmen, but I had bridesmaids.
Yeah.
And again, I wouldn't necessarily change it, but I think it probably would take the pressure off, especially like even I spoke in the last couple of weeks to someone planning theirs, and it's like, don't want to offend them, don't want to offend them. And it's like, it's your wedding, but you don't ever feel like you can make your own
Yep.
decisions. That
Yep.
it's kind of, especially if you want to keep everybody
It
happy.
comes out of being about the people who are
Yeah.
they're getting married.
Yeah.
It becomes about everybody else,
Yeah.
whether they're happy with the dress or whatever, they agree on the
Yeah.
hairstyle or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's not about
Yeah.
what it's about, what it should be about.
Exactly.
Or so it seemed, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you've mentioned you're not having bridesmaids, and I
I'm
think
not
that
having any of that.
that really takes the
Yeah.
pressure off. And I think all these things that people are kind of changing their mind on just
Mm,
really brings you back to the reason why you're getting married in the first place. Like, I shouldn't have had a cake. Me and Liam don't eat cake.
yeah.
We literally cut it, have a photo.
Did you say was your knife still left in it, or was that
The
your
the
one?
cut was still
Yeah.
in it, so we went back the next day because I took some personalised things for, like, centipedes and
Yeah.
stuff, so she bagged it all up for me. So I went back the next day. The whole cake with the knife cut was still there because in the sit down menu, it provided desserts. I even got a girl that I worked with to make me
Get a nice
cupcakes
photo.
for the buffet, so I had cupcakes. Literally, I paid 100 quid for this cake, and
Yeah.
that was cheap because, it was a friend of ours' cousin, so she'd give me a good price. Still 100 quid wasted, and we don't even eat cake, so why the hell do we even get one?
It's like one of these things that you think you should
That's
do,
what I
isn't
mean.
it? Yeah.
It didn't even cross my mind
Yeah.
that I could not have a cake.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
weird.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna spend a lot of money on a cake, and it wasn't gonna be this big fancy thing. I knew that,
Yeah, but like you
you know.
say, even then you tried to do it in the least way possible,
Yeah.
and it just shows
So it
how.
just felt like a bit of a waste. But, no, like I say, I loved my wedding. I enjoyed it. I think, everyone was really surprised at how chill I was,
Yeah, you
um,
was.
even leading up to it and even on the morning, I
Even
think.
trying to get you out the bloody door. Yeah, come on, everybody's waiting. No, no, I told them to get early. I'm not late, okay?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
That makes me laugh actually because people do say to me, "You were so late," and
Yeah.
I'm like, "I put a 30-minute buffer in on purpose because I know what some of my guests were like." So I told everyone be there for
Mhm,
3
mhm.
because I was always planning. I think it was 3, and then I was coming out at 3:30, whichever time it was. But yeah, I gave myself half
Yeah.
an hour. It was just because it was so bloody hot.
I had
Everyone was.
I had these people going, "We've got to go," and then you're like, "No, we don't. We're fine."
We
Okay.
were pretty much on time. I mean, I think the only thing that slowed us down was, the makeup and stuff,
Mhm.
because
Did
obviously
they
the makeup artist she went to you lot first, then
He
come
had
to
to travel.
mine, and then Rick had a problem with her eye, I think, and then she had to sort her eye out quick as we were walking out the door. So, yeah, I think, yeah, the makeup artist just had too many people to do that morning. Otherwise, we would have been plenty
Yeah,
well,
we
we
could
weren't
then
even
probably
late,
sorry
we
about
weren't
that.
even late, but yeah, yeah, I mean, most people are really late, but I was actually on time for all
Yeah,
them people that think I was late, I
there you
wasn't.
go. Exactly that. Exactly that.
But no, I had a really, really good time, I enjoyed it. I think it was a good balance between not being too early, not being too late in the day, because that was the thing, it would have been nice to have, like, a sunset and just, like, a buffet or
Yeah.
something casual, but then I was like, "But then I only have the wedding day that's, like, 5
Oh,
hours."
yeah.
So
Yeah.
then I wanted longer, so, yeah, there's just so many decisions, but I would have liked to have got married now in the sense that I feel like I would be able to make a little bit more decision. I
Well,
mean,
like I say,
like I say, I loved my
it's
wedding.
renewal, it's
It
coming
w
up.
it was definitely us. I don't think we like I say, it was well within our means. We saved up a little bit, but it didn't break the bank.
No. But I
We
always
were
think
reasonable.
looking back, you
Yeah,
would have it. And if I got married when I first met Mitch, it would have
been
been
different.
completely different if, like I'd say now,
Yeah,
wouldn't it? It's only the fact that
yeah,
I've gone through like experiences of going to
yeah.
different
Well, I was
different
one of the
weddings.
first out of our
Exactly.
friends. I think out of other friends, I'd only been to 2 weddings before that, a friend from college and a friend from here. So yeah, I didn't really have that much kind of, you know, ideas
Well, no,
really.
because you like you say, you go forward in thinking or
Mhm.
whatever. That there's the traditional way. You
Yeah,
got this. You have a cake. You do this. You
yeah.
do this. So that's what you
So
do.
you're throwing all the traditions out the
So
window.
I am keeping some. I am
Okay.
keeping some.
Because some people, more recently actually, are doing like a father-daughter dance and a couple of those other traditions. So what are you thinking?
Well, because it's just going to be me, my five,
Mhm.
and our parents and our siblings
Mhm.
and their children, my nieces and nephews. Um, it's like I said, well, I've got no bridesmaids. I don't have, well, I've got my flower girl, which is my daughter, and Mitch has got his best men, which are our sons. So
Yeah.
that's that. Um, Obviously, originally I thought I wanted all of this,
Yeah.
um, but it's not all just about me either. I am marrying someone else. But and actually I do want more what he would prefer, which is if he had his way, we'd fly somewhere
Go
literally. Yeah,
Vegas.
exactly that. We'd do that and
Yeah.
that'd be it. Um so yeah, we came to the agreement of having, who's important. Not that obviously he's not important, but
Yeah.
just, of that. We don't need
Mhm.
everyone's eyes and
Yeah.
ears and whatever else for
That's
that
extra
intimate
pressure as
bit,
well. That's
and
one thing
that's
people.
something, the pressure, exactly
Yeah.
that, and I felt that, well, and Mitch felt that we wouldn't be us
Yeah.
in exchanging our vows with so many people there
Watching.
watching,
Yeah.
it's just
It's really nerve-wracking. You don't
yeah.
really think about that bit. I think the bride thinks about walking down the aisle.
Mm.
And it was only when I actually got there that I was like, "Oh my god, this is a bit awkward. Everyone's staring at me."
'Cause
Um,
Liam was emotional
Liam was
when he see you.
emotional.
Well,
Well,
before he see you actually,
yeah.
wasn't he? So even thought of
Well, that threw me
yeah.
because for everyone that knows Liam,
Mhm.
like
Through us all. He got us all.
I think I can count on one hand the amount of
Mhm.
times I've seen him cry, and did not expect for him to get
But it
emotional
wasn't
at
it
all.
wasn't just a
It was really emotional.
it was
It was a
a
proper
yeah.
emotional. So yeah, when I
It's not
saw
like he's
him,
being forced.
he definitely wasn't. He had 10 years to back out. Yeah, it was 10 years before we done it. Um, but yeah, that threw me
Mm.
because I did not expect it. And then when I saw him, that's what choked me up
Mhm.
actually. So I was holding it together
Choked
pretty
us
well.
all up.
And
Yeah.
then I was like, oh my God. And then I was thinking, make up,
Mhm.
don't cry, don't cry. So yeah, that threw me. But yeah, it must be a lot because the guys have to stand there and watch everyone and wait
Yeah.
and then watch the people go down before. And then I've seen a few like TikTok videos that are like, the guy's perspective of like waiting and then they see their kids first. Like, obviously, we didn't have kids at the time, but then I would
That as
think
well.
that made me think of you and Mitch
Exactly.
because obviously you'll have
Yeah.
your kids there.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Mitch trying to hold it together with the kids
Yeah.
coming down all dressed up
Yeah.
smart. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so that is a lot of pressure.
Yeah. So yeah, um, talking over what we really want and what it's really about.
Yeah.
So, getting married is about us two at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Which goes on to talking about honeymoons because obviously our kids think that are coming on a honeymoon. No, 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 no. That's just us two. Family holiday is a family holiday. Honeymoon is just for us two. Okay.
That's good though, because I think a lot of parents that have kids probably have that toss up
Yeah,
between are they coming on the honeymoon?
yeah,
They're
yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
Because some
Family
parents,
moon.
yeah,
Yeah,
some parents take
yeah,
theirs,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I think it's nice for you
No,
to
no,
have
I'm not
time with
with
us. You two have basically been parents since you've been together,
yeah,
so you need a
yeah,
honeymoon
yeah,
to
yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like our first date night all over again.
Well, you don't have much opportunity to go away together. You normally, whenever
No.
you have time to do holidays, you always
Yeah,
include the
because
kids. So it's nice
we
for you
do.
two
We
to
love
have
that.
time
But I
together.
just think that's what I'm saying. You've got to think of you've got to go back to what it's about,
Yeah,
what marriage is about,
yeah.
and usually the way is that you do meet someone,
Mhm.
you you get married and then get a house, then have children. And I'm
Some
just saying, that
I think originally it was because you
yeah,
weren't supposed to actually live together
yeah,
first,
that's
so
what I
that's
mean.
why your gifts were all
Yeah,
pots and pans and
that's
things
it.
like that.
Exactly.
But
So
then, obviously, a lot more recently, you end up living together
yeah,
before you get married.
things change, don't
Yeah.
you, along the way. Well, I was completely not by the book or whatever you want to say. So yeah, so when we'd kind of, gone down to the point of right, actually,
Mm.
yeah, we don't want any of this.
Yeah.
Um, that's when we agreed we were gonna, have our wedding vows, which is the most important of
Mhm.
everything
Yeah.
of just us. And then of course we want to have a celebration.
Yeah.
Don't ask me yet because I don't know what's happening yet. But
So yeah, the plan is to have close immediate family to do like the ceremony and the actual getting married, and then you have a big celebration, which is where you invite your friends.
yeah, 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 yeah. So no one panic because like I'm talking like it's everything's planned, and yeah,
It's really not.
I have a date, but I don't have a date. So just chill, okay?
Well, it was nearly planned about a week
It,
ago.
it was nearly planned, and everyone would have had like invites and or save the dates, whatever you want to call it. Um, but going back to that, we knew what we wanted, and I found the venue, and that was great. And then everything just gets on top of you and gets like sold to you, like and I
Or
paid.
these are the only options, to pick
Yeah,
one, but it's not
exactly
what
that.
you
It's not what I
envisioned.
want. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, I did pay the deposit. Then like 3 days later, I cancelled it. Luckily, I got my deposit back, thankfully.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was just more that
Well, I'm glad
no, I
you
don't
made
want
that
that.
decision
Yeah.
beforehand, because otherwise, if it had been, would you have lost your deposit? Would you have just gone along with it? Would it have
So
been what you wanted in the end?
well, this is it. I
It's
mean, when I put it down to it, in the nicest way possible, with respect to all of these different places and things that do it, because they're great. Um, when it comes to how many people, like my family's huge as well.
Mhm.
Um, and our family, and our friendship groups get bigger.
Yeah.
We've just got more and more children as the days go on.
And
Yeah,
obviously, because you've got kids, you're gonna be
oh,
inviting
yeah,
some
yeah,
some kids.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it would go. I feel, without sounding tight, and end up paying me like 15 grand for taking people for dinner, and I'd just rather not do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd rather have a celebration,
Yeah.
a real celebration,
Yeah.
you know, of what it's about, you know?
Yeah. I think
If
so
you wanna come
because
for
at the
dinner
end
with
of the
me,
day,
come for dinner with me, but I ain't
at
gonna
the end of the
pay
day,
all
the
that for
dinner
that.
bit isn't the bit that you remember,
No, but when you break it down,
but that's the most
well,
expensive bit.
that's what your bill is, isn't it? And
Yeah.
that's not what's important to her. So
Yeah, and that's not what you're 10 years later
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
talking about. It's gonna
Exactly.
be
It's
the other things that
exactly.
you've got planned that you wanna do.
So yeah, yeah, it's just finding somewhere to do that celebration.
Yeah.
We'll get there in the end. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm very last minute anyway. You
it
know me,
obviously
and
wasn't meant to be.
no, 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 no. It definitely wasn't, and I feel so much more better now.
Yeah.
Although I did fall in love with the place
Yeah.
because of how we're very, it was very open and spacious and
Yeah.
whatever. But I don't want, I don't want or need all that. So,
No.
um, yeah, back to sort of square one with the celebration side of it.
Kind of,
But
but also you've got a
yeah,
gut
sort of.
feeling and an idea of what you want, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
just not settling and being pushed into something that
yeah.
is not what you want.
It's just yeah. So the
Yeah.
what it's all about is in, and it's done, and it's booked, and we're excited.
Cool.
Well, it's well, it is booked. It's
Yeah.
booked. I just need to just plan it a bit more.
Any ideas on honeymoon?
Um, Mitch has always said Maldives. There's not many places in the world that appeal to me. I'm such a bit of a scaredy cat with traveling. I know it's strange, but I do. There's places I do want to see.
Yeah.
Like I went to South Africa as a child. I don't know, about 10 or 11, something like that. And it's one holiday that I really remember, like
Mhm.
really remember.
Yeah.
Going on safari and stuff like that. And I'd want to do that with mine as they get older.
Well, that's it. You can't like the honeymoon's for you two, so you don't want to go anywhere that you'd want to take the kids. So then
Yeah,
it's like it changes the places.
yeah. And Mitch has always said the Maldives, which sounds lovely to
Yeah.
go and to. But also, me and Mitch are not very people to just sit and not do stuff. So whether these
Yeah.
places, I'm guessing they've got more stuff to do there.
Not
No.
much.
Well,
My
then
mum and dad,
don't go
they
there.
had their honeymoon in the Maldives, and my mum was pregnant as well. So obviously, my mum and dad loved diving. My mum couldn't do it at the time, but my dad was going.
Mm,
So it was fine for them because every day you could go
yeah.
diving and
So I wouldn't get
stuff. So
not a chance.
so that's
Mitch would love it.
well, there's sharks and stuff
Yeah,
there. So
but he likes all that.
yeah, as a couple,
I'd be sitting at the
and
thing
knowing
like,
you two, I'm not sure that's probably. I reckon you'd be getting like itchy
yes,
after a
but I
couple of
just don't know.
days.
That's what I mean. So I don't know. It's just
There's lovely
we have
places I
never
think to
spoke
like
about it.
have
20
dinner
years,
and
believe it or not.
drinks and there's like very islandy vibes. And I
Mm,
always see people that go there. I've not been, but I've seen people that go there, riding bikes and
mm.
stuff. And
He's just.
but
I've
I
never
don't
thought
know
about
if
it.
it's
He's. I think it's
there's
just
more
one
of
of
like
the
a
places
chilled
he's
sunbathing.
always said. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. I suppose we better get married first. Actually,
Yeah.
put that into thing.
Yeah, well, you don't always have to. I mean,
Mm.
the original thing was people literally leave for their honeymoon that day or the day
Yeah.
after. We didn't. We got married in the September. We didn't go on a honeymoon till the November.
Yeah.
But that was purely because we found a cruise that we were going to go on, super cheap, and obviously it has its fixed dates. So
Yeah.
we waited 2 months, and then where did we go? So we flew. We flew to Miami. We had a night in Miami. Then we got a car. We drove to Orlando. We went to Universal Studios, and then we drove back to Miami. Flew. No, we got on the boat. I think then we got on the cruise.
What cruise? Like a Caribbean cruise?
No, I'm completely lying. What am I talking about?
What was your honeymoon, dear? Isn't it the
I'm
husband thing you
completely
don't know
lying.
about?
No. I'm just trying to think where we got the cruise from. That didn't make sense. No, we got the cruise from Spain, but from Malaga.
Oh.
We got on it from Malaga. It was a transatlantic one, which is sometimes works out quite cheap because you're on the boat for a long time
Mhm.
and obviously a lot of days at sea. So it's not probably the ones that people tend to book. So that might be why it's cheaper. But we got on it from Malaga and it done a couple places like Portugal, Mallorca, and I think like nearby. Then we were at sea for 5, 6 days and it went into Miami. So then we did Miami, Orlando, and then we flew up to New York and we had a couple of days in New York before we come back. So we did like a little bit of that side of America with a cruise. So it was 3 weeks long, but most of it was on a cruise. I think 12 nights or 2 weeks
Mm.
on the cruise. So obviously that was all paid for. You buy your drinks package, whatever, and
Yeah,
then
you are.
yeah.
See, I haven't done a cruise. Never
We
done a
love
cruise. I
cruising.
do want to.
Yeah.
Again, that's one thing I just wanna do with the kids. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just say that, like, when you say
Yeah.
doing things that I'm gonna 'cause I
It's
wanna
hard
try that
'cause
with the
it's like,
kids.
yeah, wanna do that, wanna do that. Yeah, no, we like cruising, but I suppose before I ever did one, it wouldn't have been something that I thought I would enjoy or want to do. We went on one because Lynn's mum and dad booked to go on one for a couple of days, so we tagged along. I think we were about 18, 19 at the time. It was only 5 nights, I think, around Ibiza and a few places, from Barcelona, and then we loved it. So since then, I've probably done
I've
4
never
or
heard
5.
anyone be negative about it, and everyone has
Yeah.
said even with kids, it's even
We're going on
oh,
one next
yeah.
week.
So that's this will be your first experience with children on a cruise?
With the kids, yeah. So Kaysen's never been on one.
Oh.
Obviously, Hayden's first holiday. And apart from that, I've did the first one we did with Liam's mum and dad, and then Liam's mum and dad actually went on the transatlantic one that we went on for our honeymoon, and I did one with my family around the Caribbean. I think when I was about 18. Um, and then me and Liam have done a couple on our own.
So
So
a few then, really.
yeah, now I've said out loud,
Yeah.
we must have done about 6 or 7 because I did one
Yeah.
for when I was pregnant with Kaysen, like as our baby moon. I booked me and Liam one. So we've done a few. So I've done quite a few around the Med, and then we've done 1, no 2, obviously the honeymoon one, and then one with my family was around the Caribbean, and then this one we're doing is from Miami round the Caribbean.
Yeah, so I don't know where we'd go on a honeymoon actually. I wouldn't actually know. But that it's as a question, that's something that Mitch has always said.
I would advise you to go far because, like I say,
Yeah.
it's so much easier to travel
Mhm.
far to places. If there's anywhere far away on the other side of the world that you like the idea of, then do that
Mhm.
because it's easier to do it without kids,
Yeah,
obviously.
definitely. It would be.
Yeah,
It would be something
yeah,
that's more, you know,
yeah.
like that. But at the
Or
same
even
time,
somewhere in America,
we're
maybe.
not all America scares me too. I know. Maldives scares me.
Just put
I'll
camping
hire
Europe.
us in Maldives and stuff
Try
like
to-
that. Like I just yeah, exactly. I'll stay up there. I'm easily pleased, all right? It's because I think of like the what as I was saying, the Maldives, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, but pirates. Like things like that. I just literally go to the
Well, part
worst
this
thing.
boat was meant to go up the one that we're
Don't
going
tell
on
me.
next week was meant to go up the is it the Panama
I
Canal
don't know, I
or
can't
whatever it's
remember.
called? To be honest, I've tried not to even look into it too much, but my mum was saying that that bit of it might be cancelled because of pirates or something.
No, don't. This is what I mean. See, I don't make these things up. I'm not that bad. It's real. It's real. It happens, and it would happen to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
to be fair, that does worry me about America. Me and Liam have done America quite a few times, like both sides. We've gone across to LA a couple times and Vegas and San Francisco, and we've done like Miami and New York and stuff. And before going, it always worries me, like just the gun stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously the racial stuff as well, with
Yeah.
Liam being mixed race.
Yeah.
But also the gun stuff
Mm.
because, like I say, you could just be shot
It's a
at a
different
target
world, isn't it?
and then something happens.
But every time you travel to a different place,
Yeah.
you should have.
But you just have to try not to think about it because, like
Yeah.
they, it's,
Just going back to marriages, how did Liam propose to you? Because like you wasn't here, was you?
no, we were living in England at the time. So
Yeah.
obviously we'd met here. We were here for so many years. Well, no, first of all, we weren't. We went back to England after about 6 months, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we were there at the time. Then we have obviously been back here probably about 12 years. But no, for the years we went to college and university in England is when he proposed. So I think we'd
So
been
he was
together.
young. How old were you?
Yeah, so we got together. He was 15, I was 16. I was just turning 20. It was my 20th birthday, so I think I was officially 19.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we were going out for dinner for my birthday. So obviously going for Chinese, mine and Liam's favourite. But obviously you just get normal Chinese takeaway, but there's this nice restaurant and there was like a little bit further out and it was like a buffet order off the menu style. So it was like our posh Chinese that we
Yeah.
could go to. So like as an occasion.
Yeah.
Push the boat out a little
Yeah,
bit.
you get your tableware and then you
It's
get your
expensive,
seat.
yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
So yeah, he took me there for my birthday, and we've been together 4 years or around 4 years because
Your
obviously we met on my birthday.
Yeah.
So it would have been our 4-year anniversary, and people obviously at the time we've been together a few years. Oh, when you're getting engaged, rah, 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 rah." And obviously, I mean, we were still super young,
Yeah.
but still the things that people say.
Mhm.
So in my head, I was thinking, oh, we're still young, still at university, so maybe next year we've been together 5 years. 5 years sounds like a nice round number. I like my numbers. So I was like, that's a nice round number. So maybe I'll expect it next year. And then completely did not expect him to do it there and then.
What,
So
in the restaurant?
in the restaurant. So,
God, I wouldn't have said Liam would have done it in a restaurant,
well,
actually.
exactly.
I don't even know this, do I? I
Yeah.
don't think I've heard this story.
No,
I actually thought it was in a house, so I'm
oh,
completely off.
yeah. Well, I don't know. We probably haven't really talked about it that much.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the restaurant. So again, Liam's quite quiet and reserved in, around people he doesn't
Yeah.
know. I mean, he's so much better now, 20 years on, since coming back to Spain, since having his own business, and obviously that's
Being a dad.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's obviously grown up a lot. But back then he was, yeah, would never have said that's what he would have done, or the way he would have picked it. I would have, imagined he would have picked something private, quiet. But no, we were in the middle of our meal, I think. I don't know if it was at the beginning, start, or the end. I couldn't tell you. I just remember before he got up, there's a photo of me playing with the chopsticks like in my mouth. Literally, I think there's a scene in Friends where Rachel from Friends does it, and I think I just did the same thing, like a walrus. So yeah, being super immature at the table, and then he gets up, and I was like, "Where are you going?" Thinking he was maybe going to the bathroom or something. So where are you going? And then he got down on one knee in front of the whole restaurant, and everyone turned, waited for me to say yes. And then everyone was like,
And was
"Okay."
it just you two at dinner?
Just us two at dinner.
So you didn't know anyone else in the
Didn't know
restaurant?
anyone
See,
else in
I
the
just
restaurant.
envisioned then you were sitting with your family having dinner.
No,
do you know
it
what I
was
mean?
just us two. I have no idea who else was there, but they all started clapping. So yeah, and then on the way home, we went to my mum and dad's house to tell them.
Oh, maybe that's the bit.
He hadn't told them.
Oh, he
So
didn't
again,
ask.
something that's a little
Did
bit
he
different.
ask?
No, not officially.
Oh, why do I do that? Does anyone know what that means? I just bring them in like I know what I'm talking about. Hello. Did you ask?
That's not the right way to use them, by the way.
I usually use them at the right time. I know it didn't, so it didn't feel right. And I only had one.
Funny is. Yeah, no, so I don't think he's officially said, I want to ask Billy to marry me. Is that okay? Or whatever the conversation goes.
Not to your mum, your dad, your sisters. I
No.
don't know how old Shawnee was then, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so no, he said he didn't, partly because he was worried that they might let things slip or just, like just change around me and just maybe give a hint without realizing. And obviously we've been together many years, and at that point we were all living together at one point. I think by then we got our own place, but obviously not only were we 4 years deep, but I mean, yeah, we was all living together at one point. They're basically like his adopted son. So he said, I don't know if he had any like maybe side hint conversations with my dad beforehand, but
it was an official thing.
he
He
basically
met your dad and said,
no, he never done an official
yeah.
ask, but he kind of said, I had the feeling like they'd be cool with it.
And I have your daughter for the rest of my life. Say yes, say yes.
Yeah, so no, he didn't ask. And then we went round afterwards to tell them.
Are they happy?
Yeah.
So were.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. They were happy, and yeah, we were together another 6 years before we got married officially. So I was engaged for 6 years.
Was it that long? Yeah, I suppose you came back, didn't you?
Well, yeah, because had to finish another year or 2 years at uni. Then we moved back to Spain. Then I had to get a job. So we got a job. Then we got our own place. Then we bought a house. And then we started saving for a wedding. Oh no, we bought a house, completely knocked all the internal walls and revamped the whole thing. Then we booked the wedding and got married. So yeah, it took us a few years to get there.
Yeah.
What about you? Tell us your proposal.
It was on holiday in Lapland.
Family holiday.
Family holiday, yeah. Family holiday. Yeah, the five of us was in Lapland. So obviously now knowing, obviously I didn't have a clue. Not a clue. Not even a little bit of a thing that it would happen in Lapland, or just no, not even a clue.
Really? Because it's like a special holiday.
No, but not for me and Mitch. I know that sounds.
Did you think maybe he would do it just the two of you? So
Yeah.
it wasn't a thing for
Yeah,
choose
but
to do
not
it
on
all
a
together.
family holiday in Lapland in a I know it's magical, but I think
Yeah,
it's a family children magical.
yeah,
Yeah, you with me?
yeah.
Um,
I'm glad you did
well,
that because
I think
that's
anyway.
like that is
Oh,
a great,
it was so
great
now
event.
this so now knowing so basically what happened was we were walking through the forest. This sounds like it's not real, but I'm just gonna say how it was because it was, all right? Yeah, well done, Mitch.
Hats off, sir.
I yeah, we're walking through the forest in Lapland and um we I don't know how it happened. I think we just said about having a photo or something like that. And we took a photo or a selfie or something.
Mm.
And then Mason said, I'll just take one of you two. And then he took it of us too. And he was videoing taking photos at the time. And then obviously Mitch went down on one knee.
Yeah, because the photo has all the northern lights
Northern
in it,
Lights. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
It was,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it was
It was
special,
lovely.
and the kids got to be there.
And the kids were there. So yeah, so going back, so Mason knew. So Mitch had told Mason that he was going to ask to marry me when we was in Lapland. So bearing in mind, Mitch had to carry this ring. But I pack.
That's what I mean, that's stressful
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for a bloke to have to carry the ring abroad,
Looking
especially with
back,
no one going through
now I
anything.
know why. Because I was thinking, why are you looking so dodgy going through security and stuff? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, he had to travel through because we travelled from Spain to Scotland and then Scotland to Finland. So all these
And then
travellings that he had to
unpacking
go through
and being
when I
there.
pack and then being there because I unpack everything when we get
Mm.
there and hang it all up and da 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 da. Da.
How did he do that?
Yeah, I don't know actually. It's kind of scary how he managed to do all that, but he did it. But no, going back, I start realizing certain
Yeah.
things. You know, like
Do you
when I
feel
said I
like
was
they're
going to
just
get something, he
awkward?
was like, I asked for something and something was in the cupboard. He was like, no, it's fine, I'll get it. And I was like, all right. But I didn't at the time. It was just like, all right.
Didn't clock on,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um. So so Mason knew. He told Mason before we flew.
Mm.
He had to get this ring through everything. When I usually take care of the bags, well, I don't carry them. Obviously, packed. Da, da,
Yeah,
da.
yeah.
Got to the accommodation, was there, and he had originally planned to do it when we were going to go like on a husky ride
Yeah.
thing. Um, and then he was like, "Oh, I don't know, because there'll be loads of people, you know." And so then he changed it, and he didn't actually know when he was going to do it. But basically, he just took the ring out one morning and put it in his pocket, and he's like, "I've got to do
Today?
it." Literally
At some
that.
point.
So bearing in mind, obviously, we're in all our snow gear as well, so we've always got
Oh,
gloves on and
crap,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah. So we were actually at lunch, and we was all sitting. No, was it lunch? Yeah, it was lunch. And we were in there talking. And bear in mind, I don't have a clue. Tell him about this dream I had that like the night before, that he had asked to marry me, but then he dropped the ring in the snow and da 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 da. And we'd had this. This was me telling him. Da, da, da,
Oh,
da.
no, you're giving him extra anxiety of, "Oh god, this could actually happen."
And it's so funny because then Lexi needed the bathroom, so I've got up and walked out with Lexi. But as
Yeah.
we walked out, there's like a window, and I took a picture of them because just the way the window was at the thing. So
Mm.
literally was those minutes before, and looking at them, him and Mason are kind of like this at
Nervous.
each other. Yeah. Again, going back, you kind of realise
Yeah, yeah.
what's happening. So then me and Lexi go to the bathroom. We come back to where we're having our food, finish our food. That's when we go out into the snow and we have our day or we've been swimming or whatever, whatever. Bear in mind, he's still got this thing in his ring in his pocket. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously when we start going, I think we were walking to a shot through the forest or whatever it was.
Mm.
That's when he did it. The little ones didn't have a clue, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it happened. It was very magical, I have to
Yeah.
say. It was very, very
Very nice
lovely.
story.
And he did ask my dad.
Yeah.
So my mum and dad knew. Well, I say they knew they didn't know he was going to do it when and where he was going to do it at all.
Right.
But but Mitch had asked my dad.
Yeah.
Was it permission? What do you ask?
Permission, yeah.
Um, and so I think they just presumed that he was going to do it there
Yeah.
after that hit that. I
Mhm.
think anyway. So yeah, so that was, and I think it was nice that Mason knew as well. To be fair, because that was
Yeah.
quite cute. And it was just the five of us in the forest. Nobody else was around.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you got lucky with the lights, the sky was
Yeah.
beautiful, and that Mason was obviously got it all. You know what I mean? So that's
That's
quite cute.
one downside to us having done everything that we done quite a long time ago is just the
Yeah,
photos and the videos.
yeah.
I just trying to think back to what phone I would have had when he proposed, but definitely at our wedding, we all had like camera phones and stuff, but you just weren't
You
on it
didn't
and
use
using it
yeah,
as
it
much
wasn't
as
they
you do
no,
now. Whereas
exactly. Everything's a picture
we
now.
have so
Yeah,
many videos and photos now
yeah.
of other things and stuff that we've done. But yeah, I've got a couple snippet of videos, and I just wish that's one thing that we didn't actually get that I wish I paid for was a videographer.
But it's true but they say, don't they? They
Or at least
Mum's got
someone.
one picture of me, I've got 5,000 of one of them blowing his nose or
Yeah.
something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's true.
One picture of my first birthday and then all the your random Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, so that is one thing. If or not even necessarily to go to the length of paying for a professional videographer, but
Just
definitely for
something more
someone
content
having a lot of
to
yeah.
look back on.
Because I've got a couple, and even though they're blurry and stuff, I really don't
Yeah.
care. It's just nice. Like there's a couple in like the disco bit with some of the
Yeah, yeah,
music
yeah.
and everyone like dancing.
But like you say, I think if that happened now in a restaurant, you definitely someone else would have that on video
Yeah.
or picture or
Or he
something.
could have asked one of them
Someone.
to
Yeah,
do
true.
it. Yeah.
True. Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, that is the only downside because I would have liked to have had, um, like I say, there's photos of me from that night I took on my camera. Um,
yeah.
but obviously, yeah, we didn't have
Yeah.
good quality or even just in the habit of using
Yeah.
things like we do now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then your hen.
Yeah, the hen was really good. You planned it with another friend of ours.
I was
So
heavily pregnant.
heavily, heavily pregnant to the point you probably shouldn't have come, to be honest.
I was 4
So
weeks due. I was
you
due in
you had
4
Lexi basically middle of August, and when was the hen? Beginning of July?
mm,
So, yeah, it was like a month
I was
before you ended up
massive,
having her.
massive.
So, but obviously
Oh, but the hem was great. I'm just
didn't
saying, like,
stop you,
no, no, no,
but,
it's great.
yeah, no,
I
the hen
blew
was
up.
the
My ankles
yeah,
blew up.
yeah, you did have to keep sitting down, putting your feet up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So no, we went to Marbella, which was nice. We all jumped in cars and drove
Mm,
down there. It's about 4-hour drive from where
mhm.
we are. So that was really nice. We had some great, big apartments. Again, I feel like not that there was anything wrong with my hen. I loved it, but there was a lot of people.
Yeah.
I did feel a little bit like,
Where am I going?
how can I spend time with
Yeah.
everyone and stuff like that. And I mean, there was
As you as a bride or the one who's the
yeah,
main focus of it,
yeah,
trying to be with so many people at
everyone,
once. Yeah,
yeah.
I get what you're trying
I
to
mean, there was no one there that shouldn't have been there. You know,
No.
everyone was close friends and
Oh,
family,
yeah, no, I know what you mean, but
but
it's
there
just so
was there
many.
was a lot of people,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I feel like when there's a big group of people, I do struggle to. I don't know. It just makes.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just difficult for me to focus
Mhm.
and hear everything and stuff. So I do prefer smaller groups, but it was great. We chilled. We went on a boat
Yeah,
catamaran. We
yeah.
did some games. The where Lineker's was great, where we had like a little
Yeah.
section to ourselves, and
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
dressed up as cheerleaders.
Yeah.
At university, I was on a cheerleading squad,
Yeah.
so everyone dressed up as cheerleaders, and you all had
Well, we made it
practiced
dance.
as dance. And
Yeah.
when the song "Cheerleader" came on,
Yeah.
you all knew this dance
Yeah.
routine. That proper shocked me. That
Yeah.
was great. That was a really good memory. But yeah, no, it was really nice girly time. We dressed smart and went for a nice meal. We done fancy dress. Yeah,
Yeah, we had a bit of everything, didn't
we
we?
did have
Just
a
to
bit of everything, and it was quite chill. Like it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
wasn't rushed. It wasn't loads of things to do.
Mm.
Everyone got on. We had because I know some people don't have like their mums and stuff on their hen. They do more of like a friends thing, and then sometimes like more of like a sophisticated thing with their
Mm.
parents. But no, my mum was there. Liam's mum was there. They had some friends come with them as well and stuff, and we were all
Yeah, they
together.
were
It
yeah,
was
good.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone did get on.
really
It was
good.
good, yeah.
What
Yeah.
about you? What are you thinking?
Oh god, here we go. I don't know.
Because obviously back there, we were like out drinking. Like the whole thing, if you think of hen stuff, is
Yeah.
to go like out partying, drinking,
Yeah.
and
And
stuff.
I do
I don't know if I would have done it like if I was to get married now, if I would have done like 3-4 days of going out.
yeah, yeah, that's what yeah,
I
exactly
might have
that.
had more of a
Thinking
balance
I don't
now.
think I can do it anymore.
That's what I mean. I don't actually think I could do it anymore.
Oh, it makes me I mean, we're in our pajamas now, Bill, for God's
I know,
sake.
yeah.
We are in our pajamas, this ain't
These are
normal.
actually charming.
Let's get real, yeah?
We're real on here.
I mean, he was thinking about it, mate. Fired, you know? But that's the thing though, because I like my chill and I don't get me wrong, I like going out and having a dance and
Yeah.
having a drink, a little, but
We did actually have the last night. some people went home, but the last night we did stay in, didn't we? I think on mine. I think we stayed in and had more of like a chill thing, and we played games on like the balcony.
Mm.
But yeah, I think I would have a balance of maybe a nice meal, maybe
Mm.
going out, but then also maybe like a slumber party type vibe.
But
staying in.
also I like my activities. There's only one activity I booked on yours. I couldn't do it.
I know, yeah, we did the water inflatables that are in the sea.
Yeah.
And you swim out.
Oh, I
and
couldn't do it. I
so.
took a video. I was the cameraman.
And for another friend of ours, we did that go 8.
That was good.
That was good.
That was a lot scarier than I thought it was going to be.
I did not think
no,
I was going
yeah.
to be nervous till I got there, and they
Oh,
were
shit
explaining to us how to clip on
Yeah.
for our
Wait,
safety.
that was
and then I was
mine.
like,
We are in control of this.
okay.
No, it's fine because you can only clip one. I was like, yeah, but you want me to control me up there on this 1, 2, 1 clip.
I'd never put 2 and 2 together about the activity till I got there.
Yeah.
And then I was
Neither did I.
like,
but it was brilliant.
it was really, really good. And me, you, and a friend of ours, the bride, we
Yeah.
stayed.
Yeah, obviously wasn't some people's thing, which is
Yeah.
completely understandable. And it is, again, going on hens. You've
Pick
got to
stuff that
remember
they
who it's
enjoy.
for.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Pick
know?
stuff that they enjoy doing. And we are quite active.
Yeah,
so
we are. That's what I mean.
there is activities.
I don't know. I do like my stuff.
Yeah.
But the problem is there's not much here like that.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff I'm seeing is in England. I'm like, it's
Even
England.
that like party bingo thing where it's like old
Bongo
cheesy music.
bingo or whatever
Yeah.
it is. I don't know.
I don't even know if they play bingo. I just see videos of
Yeah,
people
bingo
like
too, but
on top of tables.
it's just that's a good.
Yeah.
But there's not much here to do that. But at the same time, I don't want to go England.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or then you could make it good. That sounds horrible when I say that, but I just think
yeah.
I think because we live in
It's just the space, the ideas, isn't it? There's more like ideas of things to do there,
and that's that. I think
But we have the weather and stuff.
yes,
So I'm
I don't.
not sure.
Yeah, I like the idea of a chill and just because we're like the chat and a laugh and fun and messing about, and then I like getting dressed up and then I dance. I like my music.
Yeah, I'd say we are girls that do it all. So yeah,
and then I
dress
really
down,
like
PJs, dress up, smart dresses, because we do love
and
heels.
then I like to go and
but then
do
we also
something.
like put our trainers on.
Yeah.
We like our trainers as much as you like our
and I like to explore and do stuff and
Yeah.
have a laugh and and relax. Yeah.
Would you want to go away? Like a little
This is for
weekend
me.
break
I
on
think
a
everyone
plane?
keeps asking me. Everyone. I feel like everyone. Nobody's like asking me. It's in my head. I don't know. It's. I don't really care. This is probably it. I don't actually care where it is. I say I'm not in England. I think it's just because we live here. It's like the idea.
I think you need to have an idea of the
It's
kind
what
of
I
thing
want
that
to
you want to
do.
do,
That's
and then
it.
that picks the place.
That's the thing. It's what I want to do. I think more than anything.
Yeah.
It's got to. Yeah. I don't want to just sit and drink and eat. Like that. I want to just do something.
Yeah. Well, like you say, we enjoy going out,
But not be on a
we're
strict-
not massive drinkers that could drink 3-4 days in a row and it be all about the nightlife side of it.
Yeah.
It needs to have a balance.
Watch me get there day one. Right, girls, let's go.
Well, no, obviously, when you're with the girls, like you,
but it's not
we
the
do
fun
want to do
part.
it, but it's not
For
going
me,
to be
that's
the
not
whole
the thing.
thing is
That's
about
the way
that.
Yeah.
Like I say,
I do. Yeah,
like
a bit
to
of
do it all.
everything. I just don't know where, what, or how. It's a little bit like the celebration, really, isn't it?
So basically, we're not sure if you're even going to get married next year. It's whether you make a decision,
I will get
and
married.
that
It's
is
just
both of
I
our
feel like
weak
I'm
points.
just
We are
gonna-
not good at making
that's
decisions. Even before we started recording, I had to make a decision, and I can't make a decision. Trying to go to dance the other night, we drove for 10 minutes before we made a decision. We're not good.
We're not.
That is, I am very indecisive, and it's one thing I really dislike about myself.
Yeah.
One thing I want to get better at is
Unless
making
it's something-
decisions.
I know.
Yeah.
So unless it's something I know I want,
Yeah.
then I'm okay. But it's like with this,
Yeah.
I
That's
know what I
true.
want, but I
That's
don't know
true,
what I
yeah.
want. So it's hard.
Part of
to
me is very decisive.
decide.
Like, even we're remodeling our ensuite bathroom at the moment, and I'm like, Liam's like, do you like this? No, don't like that. Don't want that.
Yeah.
So there's certain
That's
things that I'm like,
exactly-
no, I know exactly what I want.
Yeah.
But then
It's the
sometimes the in between that, like, what do you want for dinner?
Don't.
Where do you want to go for dinner?
Don't even start on the
No.
little talk.
So
That could cause us to divorce. Anyone who knows me, I ask everyone, what are you having for dinner tonight? What are you having for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the bane of our bloody
we said that
life.
last time. We hate it, but yeah.
What are you having for dinner tonight? Just let me know.
Yeah, once you can actually, that was our big thing. Picking the bloody country we wanted to get married in, because we were thinking Vegas, we were thinking Jamaica, we were thinking all these places. Then we thought, right, some family aren't going to be able to travel that far, so we'll go more local. And then it was Spain. Then it was picking once
So
we
you were thinking about family again. Was in the
yeah,
nicest, in good
yeah, like
respect to
nans
your
and
family.
things like
Okay,
that.
perfect.
So yeah,
Well, we wanted a
otherwise we
holiday.
would have gone
So
away.
we was gonna have a holiday. Oh, there they are. I think that was used
Holiday.
right though. I think
Kind of, yeah.
holiday, wedding, and go away on a holiday and
Yeah, and it'd be like a week
a week
celebration.
holiday and have say the wedding on the second day and then the rest of the thing. But even then we were like, well, it was like then it's going to be a thing of it's tomorrow and
And
it just gets
everyone,
more and
yeah.
more and more like
No, I
you
think
know
I loved that idea.
yeah
But now you've said it and explained it, I think
of
that would
why
have
we're
just
not
caused you
you know,
extra worry every day leading
yeah.
up to it.
And again, if I want to go on holiday with all my friends and my family and everyone is
Then let's
close
do
to me, then let's book a holiday.
exactly, yeah.
So yeah.
So
I sound really boring and tired. I am gonna have a lovely wedding and a
no, I think,
beautiful celebration,
like I say, you
and
just
I
want it
will
to be,
invite people.
you want it to be authentic to you, and
Yeah,
like I say,
just wanna make
you want to spend the money where the memories are, not on all the additional things you're supposed to have.
There you go. I'm not the only
Yeah.
one.
So
Yeah,
I think that's right. I think you should spend the money where it's meaningful to you.
yeah,
And that's it. And
yeah,
if it's not on food, it's not on food.
yeah. I love my food.
Yeah. But you don't want your whole wedding to be about the food. You want it to be about the memory.
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah. Kind
So
of.
to round up this wedding episode that we've
Yeah.
ended up doing, I thought we'd play a little game of Mrs. and Mrs.
Woohoo! Ding
So
ding ding ding. I was
we
trying to
actually played this once. Do you remember? We went away to camping and there
Oh,
was a few of
did.
us.
Oh no.
And it was your
My
Mrs. and
bed.
Mrs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we paired up and we did it and we actually
Yeah,
won.
we did. We did.
So yeah, let's do Mrs. and Mrs.
I
So
forgot I had that game actually.
yeah, that is a really good
Yeah,
game. It
it's
used
a
to be on
good
TV,
game.
didn't it? With
Yeah.
celebrity couples going on it. I did like that game. So we're not going to do the whole game, but we're just going to do the who is more this word.
Okay.
So
Wait. How do we answer it though? What do I do?
we'll just say it, me or you. Okay, so who is the more loud?
Oh, me without a drink, you with a drink.
Yeah, that
I would
depends on
go
if we're
for that.
sober or not. Yeah, that's true.
That's how I would answer that probably, yeah.
Yeah,
With a drink,
I'd agree.
Bill's louder than everyone we know.
Yeah, I do get loud after a drink. Okay, confident. Who's more confident?
It depends what it's with.
That's true.
Because I feel like, let's go to dance, for example. I feel like we pump each other up.
Yeah, yeah.
So if it
Well, we
was,
nearly didn't walk into that first dance class.
that's what I mean.
We were both nervous.
We were
for that.
both sitting in the car thinking of
Yeah.
excuses not to go in.
Yeah.
And then we were kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think walking into like a room full of new people, I think you're probably a bit more confident. If it's in like a professional setting, probably
Yeah,
me.
you.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it depends.
Yeah, okay.
That's yeah. I'd say we're quite similar. I wouldn't say one of us is majorly more overconfident than the other one, but yeah, I'd say we have strengths on
Yeah.
depending the scenario.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's the funniest?
Oh.
I'd probably say you.
Yeah, I think I'm quite funny. No, actually, I don't. I don't. That's the thing.
Very
I don't
modest of
even-
you, Charlotte.
I actually don't.
No, watching back some of these episodes, I've actually found myself laughing
Yeah.
at you. So
Oh,
I think,
me?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Maybe
so
I am there.
I'll give you that crown.
Oh, thanks.
Who's the smartest?
You? You didn't even need to ask that question. Come on now.
Who's the messiest?
Oh, messiest.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to when we were younger. I don't know then. Messiest, like messiest is in like.
I'd say as teenagers you were messy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but back then it would have been
Yeah.
me.
I'd say now we're probably
Yeah, I
on
don't
par
think
the same.
we're-
I don't, but yeah, as a teenager you were messier.
Definitely,
For sure.
definitely.
Probably because you had more stuff. You just had stuff everywhere.
I had stuff everywhere, and I needed like hours to get ready to do anything.
Yeah, you'd have to get up like an hour and a half before school to wash and blow dry for
5
straight
straight.
hair, and then I'd stay asleep in bed, and then yeah, right, wake me up when it's time when we've got like 10 minutes left.
Literally, hair onto my head, helmet on, let's go.
Yeah, I
And
definitely.
I'd be like,
Okay. Yeah, I definitely didn't need long to get ready in the morning.
what happened next?
Now it's completely the other way around. Not that I'd take long to get ready at all, because I
No,
literally
but I
still get ready in about 10-15 minutes. But yeah,
Yeah, like this. Bill, don't get changed. I'm coming in my shop.
yeah, don't worry, I'm in my pajamas too. That's weird. We are both
Yeah.
literally the same this morning. Who is the angriest? I'd say you.
I was gonna say me, but I feel like, am I angry? Am I just
No,
really?
I wouldn't say angry, but
passionate.
That's a politically correct way of putting it. I'd say no. You definitely have tantrums.
Yeah, Yeah.
not tantrums, but like if something pisses you off,
I'll go on one
you
about it.
you let it affect you quicker than
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I think I'm able to keep
Oh, I
it.
feel like I'm getting really angry just thinking about something. No, I'm joking. I don't
I
know.
think I can keep it together,
Yeah, that's what it is.
but you let things bother you.
Yeah.
When like obviously for a reason, you're not
Yeah.
a person that gets angry for nothing. But when something bothers you, it's difficult for you to keep it together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say you.
And then when you have a drink, you let everything go. So
Yeah.
yeah. When you're a drink, you're angrier than me. Joking. No, I'm not. That's true. It's not angry. You're not even angry, are you? It's just more like you're
Ready to go.
I've arrived.
Right, yeah, let's not talk about
Okay,
my
sorry,
secrets.
sorry.
My secret, what's it called? Alter ego.
Oh, I tell everyone.
This was not even a thing. So yeah, after a drink, I'd say I get a bit more comfortable, sometimes a bit louder.
Comfortable
Bit
is a good
more,
word to use.
yeah. In a good way. I'd say I'm a fun drunk most of
Yeah,
the
she's well fun.
but
She's like she's in a, if she's on a dance floor, she's
oh,
like
yeah.
she's in a music video.
oh yeah, totally. Get that proper dance confidence. Yeah, I think I'm Beyonce. Definitely not.
But if you told her a secret like earlier on that day, guaranteed to be shouted across the room, like guaranteed. I don't mean like a secret.
Not a
exactly.
secret, yeah. No, I'm a good secret keeper.
I don't mean a secret, but just something
Yeah,
that was whispered would definitely get shouted out later on.
yeah. So I do sometimes forget who's around me. Sometimes. But yeah, no. This is obviously who I've been the whole time I've drank. So
Yeah, this hasn't
20
just
years. This isn't a new
thing.
This is
Definitely not.
well known in our group and joked about sometimes. But this person has remained nameless
She
for 20
has.
years.
It was only
And
on this trip.
this trip to Leeds, and I wasn't even that drunk to be fair. I was just merry.
Yeah.
I said this alter ego needs her own name.
Mhm.
You know, if Beyonce can have Sasha Fierce,
Yep.
this alter ego needs a name. Because Liam said that
But
this
you asked 3 different people.
yeah, but before this, Liam said she needs to have a black name.
Yes.
I don't know why, but
Just more sass than this.
yeah. So that's what he said. So yeah, was it 3 different people?
Yeah, separately. By the way, they wasn't standing together.
Said the same name, Shaniqua.
Shaniqua.
But I'm not on board. No, not on board.
I know this doesn't fit her
She's
now.
not named Shaniqua.
Trust me.
She's not
Harass me. I'm gonna video when we go out. We'd never go out. But anytime we go
Expose
out
me.
one time.
No,
you.
I'd just say I'm just a bit more comfortable
I'll
and
update
happy.
you.
I wouldn't say I completely changed, but I definitely, yeah, just not as maybe. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, she's not named Shaniqua. We'll move past that.
Definitely is.
Best dressed,
You.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say younger, probably you.
Yeah, but I don't need to
But
dress now.
as the
I don't
old,
need to dress
as
like
the
that.
older you've got a lot more like you don't give a shit.
It's my work as well. Because I
Yeah.
go into work and I put scrubs on, I just think, oh, what do you do? I'm literally going to work, putting my scrubs on, coming out, and that's it, going home.
Yeah, obviously I've got a corporate job, so obviously I dress more smart for work. So that's obvious. But outside of work,
And design, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
Back then now I couldn't, I'm
Compare this.
literally like, remember back then it was like how expensive your clothes could be. Now I'm like, they're so cheap, I've got this.
isn't it fun?
It is, isn't it? It's like a,
I can't get a compliment without going, "Oh, it was only this
Yeah.
price. It was only from there."
Yeah, where if you said expensive, ooh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's funny how things change. But yeah, I'll take that one.
You.
I'll take that one. Who's more emotional?
Me.
Yeah.
I think I'm emotional, a lot more emotional.
Yeah.
I could, in everything.
Yeah.
Cry, laugh, scream, shout.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely
Yeah.
take that one.
Yeah, definitely.
You cry way more than I do.
Yeah.
But I'm not a crier.
I could cry now.
But you know, you're right. I'd say you're just more not animated, but yeah, like when you feel an emotion, no matter what it is, whether it's a good emotion or bad emotion,
Yeah, it comes.
you're easier to show it. Whereas I
Yeah.
think I hold a lot in and I bottle things more. So yeah, I don't cry very often and
Yeah.
yeah. let it
Well, we
go.
was, in my PJs for that reason of feeling, because it's that week, you get
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
I was talking about emotions, wasn't it? Literally, like 1 minute I'm like, oh, I want to rip your head off. The next thing I'm just like, oh my God, please just hug me. And then I'm like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, come near me. I want you to touch me. And then,
Depends what day.
then I get like 4 days of my life where I'm just me.
I'm quite lucky that I wouldn't say that bothers me. My period doesn't really affect my emotions.
Yeah, more.
Like say I get more the older I've got, the more like physical, like, yeah, I get
Okay.
a headache now. I've realized, or Liam realized, that I get headaches a couple of days before. I'm starting to get like backaches and stuff like that. But generally, it doesn't actually bother me. I wouldn't say that I get into the cycle like, of emotions like leading up to it
Yeah, it
or
definitely
afterwards.
definitely makes
But I know a lot of people do struggle with that. But
mm.
I'm quite lucky that, and I thought maybe it was the pill because I took the pill for so long. But then even periods where I've not taken the pill, I've
It still had that
luckily
same
been
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I think it's just me.
yeah. I'm definitely
There are some times, obviously, I think it has got to me
yeah.
certain times, but generally month by month.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
But yeah, you can take that one. How
Who
can
you
you
get like the clever stuff and I get like that stuff.
There's nothing wrong with being emotional. Not funny.
I don't know. Okay, fair enough. Go on, go on. I feel like it's a test. I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking.
Who is the strictest parent?
Ooh, between me and you?
I'd say we're quite on par with
Yeah.
the way in which we parent, but I'd say you're stricter just because I think yours are older, so you're
Yeah,
probably
okay.
at the point where you have to enforce things a
Yeah.
little bit more.
Because in my house, I don't feel like I'm the strictest.
No.
Like at home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd say you've got your rules,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, I'd say sometimes Mitch can be the
Mitch just
disciplinarian.
follows it through better than I do. I think that's
Yeah,
probably what it
he
is.
backs you up.
Yeah, but he just sticks with it.
Yeah,
I can't stick with it.
yeah. You
Well, not
probably
all
give
the
them a little.
time.
Yeah, you probably give him a little bit of leeway. Whereas
Yeah. So
he,
yeah, okay, I'll go on that. Yeah, I'm stricter.
yeah. Who is more thoughtful?
Oh, you're much better at thinking this. I think
Do you
you.
think?
Yeah.
I
I
know I am. I would describe myself
okay.
as
Let's put it
thoughtful,
this
but
way. I think I'm thoughtful. I don't do it.
so how are you thoughtful? You think you have
Because I
thought?
think it about
You
doing
don't do
it,
the
but I just
action.
don't actually do it. I think, oh, that would be lovely, and then just don't do it.
No, I'd say you are
You,
thoughtful,
you're,
but I'd say I'm probably more
you
thoughtful.
do it. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. So you're thoughtful and do it. I think
Yeah.
about it, just don't do it. So actually, there's no point thinking about it if you're not going to fucking do it, Charlotte. You know what I mean?
It's still nice.
That
that you
means
have
nothing to
thought.
no one, really. It's just like coming up to you and going, oh, I thought about you on your birthday.
Didn't mess.
Do you want to message me though? Didn't just say happy birthday, have a good day. You know, it's a bit like that.
Right. Who holds more of a grudge?
Ooh.
I'd say we're both not very good at this.
No, me both.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into the detail of that, but I
Yeah.
think
No, I'd say we're both.
I think you more though.
Do you think?
Oh no, I don't know because it depends what it is. But that's what I think you'd follow through with something more than I would.
Yeah.
Although I'm the way I am, I'm a bit more like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whereas you're like, no, don't do that because of this.
Yeah. I'd say it
I
takes
think-
it takes a lot to get me to that point.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
if you cross the line, you cross the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even going to ask who's the most indecisive because you probably couldn't make a decision on who's the most indecisive.
Exactly that. We are terrible, actually.
So yeah, right. We'll end it there.
That was good. I like that.
That was a nice episode.
Yeah, that was good.
Talking about things that have happened and things yet to come. But
Yeah.
God, yeah, weddings are so personal and there's so much to get into that we haven't even thought about. But
No, we could go on forever, and I'm sure it'll come again with the fact that I'm not actually married yet.
yeah, so we'll probably revisit this episode.
We just
cross
thought
the other
about
areas
going
off.
on the fact that we'd just come back
Yeah.
recently from one wedding and again the one before
Yeah.
the end of last year, very close
It's
friends.
nice that everyone in our group is like for the last 2 years really kind of like getting married and stuff. And yeah, everyone's wedding so far have been different and unique to them, and it's nice. It's just love's love. It's great.
Yeah, it is. It is. Just don't get in too much debt for it, girls.
Yeah, be smart. See you later, guys.
Love you.